For a reaction to these growing economic concerns, let's welcome Congressman Jeff Van Drew, along with Macro Trends Advisors founding partner Mitch Rochelle. Congressman, I'm going to go ahead and start with you because this administration is doing a victory lap today, and I would say we should have been at pre-pandemic levels with respect to jobs over a year ago. And then you're looking at prices at the pump, prices in the grocery store. They keep saying they have a concrete plan to bring these prices down, but they just don't. They're relying on the Fed to raise interest rates. The only problem with that is that demand destruction is tough when it comes to the necessities, right? We have to eat. We have to drive to work. What say you?
You know what I say? I'll make a deal and I'll put it out right on this show, right here, right today. I will challenge this president and this press secretary and this speaker and Schumer to come with me to any supermarket anywhere in my district, in my state of New Jersey, or wherever they want to go. And let's walk out and talk to people as they're going in or leaving the store and ask them, do they feel better now than they did? Do they think the country's going in the right direction? Do they think the economy is better than it was before? Do they think things are okay? I got to tell you, they're not going to like what they hear because I happen to be in the stores today. I actually am home for a day and I went out and I did a little shopping and then I went to the CVS. People were stopping me saying, what the hell is going on? We can't afford anything. Literally any salary increase that we get is much more minuscule than the cost of food and milk and meat and the cost of energy, everything. Yeah. Everything costs too much. And by the way, real quick, not everybody's participating in the economy.
Thank you.
So you can make the unemployment rate look low, but the bottom line is just only a little more than half the people are actually fully participating in this economy. A lot of people have given up and are staying home.
That's a great point, and I just want to have two follow-on points there. I remember when President Biden, who obviously doesn't go to the grocery store, didn't know what meat prices were, right? And it just sort of showed how out of touch he was. And I'm guessing that he doesn't take the beast to the gas pump to fill it up when he needs to go here and there, wherever he needs to go in Washington every day. And these are problems that Americans are struggling with. Now, to you, Mitch, on the jobs report, following up on what the congressman said, 3.6% unemployment rate stays the same, right? But I've been saying all along, these numbers are skewed when the labor participation rate is, 61.5%. That's the problem. People are not back in the labor force the way they should be. The most recent stats that we had with respect to people looking for jobs and the openings were that every person looking, there's 2 jobs out there if they want them. We need more people to get engaged here.
In fact, Jackie, and I was live tweeting the report this morning as Cheryl was reading it on this network. The reality is we gained 300,000 plus jobs, but at the same time, 300,000 plus people left the workforce. The workforce participation rate actually fell. And that is the most glaring thing, that the policies of this administration has pushed people out of the workforce, which makes absolutely no sense in a time where, as the congressman said, everything is costing more. You would think that if things are costing more, people who are sitting on the couch would have to go get a job because they couldn't afford to be on the couch anymore. But the reality is there's something so completely broken in our labor market that people don't have the incentive to go to work. And that is very troubling.
Well, let's dig into that a little bit, Congressman, because I'm curious what you think about what's happening right now with respect to policy decisions, how people who are not looking for jobs look at this administration. The first thing I see is this extra year that we had of those boosted unemployment benefits. But you're going to run through those pretty quickly. Most people probably already have. I think the people who are sitting back on the couch are saying, I can tap into government programs. We know that the people, for example, who are on food stamps in this country, those numbers are rising. People are saying it doesn't make sense for me to go work because wage increases are not keeping up with inflation. So why should I bother? If I wait long enough, maybe they'll pass another stimulus and send me another check. That's what I think, Congressman.
You hit it right on the head. We get people call us all the time, say, hey, are we going to get another stimulus? There are no jobs out there. And we'll say, well, you're kidding me, right? I can get you 2 jobs. You can work 3 jobs, whatever you want to do. There's a tremendous need for more people to work, but they were taught the system and they were taught how to get around the system and they were taught how not to work. we actually incentivized the wrong thing. Yes, we did need to help when we helped, but not to the level that we did, not with the trillions of dollars we spent, not encouraging people not to participate in the workforce. You know, this administration wants our people to rely on government to survive. They don't want the private sector to be the real driving force of America. And there are people around the world that are trying to push that on us too. And it's the wrong thing. We can do this and we can get out of this, but you can't have this terrible, awful energy policy that we have. You can't have this awful inflation that we have. We've really got to go out there and make this economy work. And guess what? This press secretary, this president, this speaker, they all say the same things over and over again, sort of like if you just say it 100 times, people are going to begin to believe it. They're not. My challenge is still out there.
The press secretary.
I want to bring them to the supermarket.
Yeah. The press secretary is very special, Karine Jean-Pierre. And as a matter of fact, there's a new Monmouth poll out, okay? And it says that 88% of Americans feel the country's headed in the wrong direction, that we're on the wrong track. That's one of the highest numbers that we've seen in decades.